Attack of the show. Attack.
Waterproof cameras are the future! If there's one thing we like to do during the summer, it's cool off. And that's why Kodak made the PlaySport video camera. Dive down to 10 feet underwater and record your memories in full high def, or take 5-megapixel still photos. There's even electronic image stabilization, so you can be as active as you like. And at only 4.5 ounces, this little cam is ready for any deluge at $130. All right, so you good?
Yeah.
Congrats on the branding.
Together. You don't want to see. It's not pretty.
Oh.
All right, so what are we talking? Gadgetron? What's happening?
Yeah, Gadgetron, waterproof camera.
Sweet. Oh, sweet. All right, so typically waterproof gadgets are kind of bulky, but this one is incredibly portable. It's barely thicker and heavier than the Flip. It has a thin side profile, so it fits in your pocket nicely, which is awesome. But Kodak has some trouble making these things user-friendly. So how did they do with this one?
There's only like levers to crank and knobs to turn to get it to go anywhere. This one's not that bad. The icons make a lot more sense. The buttons are larger than normal. Everything's just sort of easier to do, even underwater. Or if you're next to a llama. There's also an SD card slot, a mini HDMI out on the side. But one important note, you look like it looks like it's ruggedized. And normally when something is waterproof, that normally is followed by a comma and then dustproof and shockproof, etc.
Right.
This thing is just waterproof, so do not spike it like a newborn.
And just waterproof at 10 feet.
Correct. Yeah.
So you're not going scuba diving with this
Correct.
thing, right?
I mean, you could. It'll just not work when you get to the surface.
It'll just not work. You'll be like, meh. You'll have to do that race trick. I don't even think it would work with that. So it's waterproof down to 10 feet, like I said. It shoots video in 1080p. It takes 5-megapixel stills and has a built-in uploading software. So how well do these features work?
Really well, actually. You can shoot video in 1080p, 720p, or 720p at 60 frames a second.
Why are we just randomly pouring water on it?
That's what we do with all electronics. We normally just don't air it. But the 720p at 60 frames reduces blur, which is very nice. The 5-megapixel stills also look surprisingly good. It's quick to take a picture. It will have a bit of loading time after you've actually snapped one, but other than that, it's gravy. The software is also pretty powerful. You can edit movies, convert your videos to your phone or other gadgets. You can upload to YouTube, Facebook, all sorts of other sites. It's not perfect, but most of it works just fine.
Well, that's good.
If you're an average user, they're going to get their basic tasks done.
And just so you know, it actually has bubbles on the front of it. So just in case you're wondering, yeah, it can go in water. There's bubbles to show you that.
There you have it.
Okay, so it records video in full high definition. That doesn't necessarily mean the footage will look good, though. So what's the verdict?
It does look good.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Nice.
Normal light and outdoor footage is where this thing shines. You can see it's got lots of detail, vivid colors, especially for a pocket video camera. Now, typically these cameras, the main gripe is that they get very shaky since they're so light and flimsy. You get a lot of shake in your videos. This thing has built-in electronic image stabilization. It doesn't do wonders, but it does seem to help a little bit. Now, low light, not so hot, as you can see here.
So no swimming in the dark.
Yeah, those men don't even have beards. Those are just pure artifacts from the lack of light. You're going to see a lot of trailing, a lot of artifacting. It's not the best we've seen. It will get the job done. You'll be able to discern an image the next morning, but don't get this for intense night shoots. Overall, though, it is a much more impressive showing than the last Kodak video camera we saw.
Intense night shoots in the rain.
Yeah. Yeah, the rain part, great. The night part, not so much.
Not so much. All right, so it's only $130, but you still need to get an SD card. So what are we rating it at that price?
Giving it a 4 out of 5, everybody.
Oh, look at that.
Great outdoor camera. It's easy to carry around with you all the time. If the video quality had been a little better, we would have given it a perfect score, but there you have it. It's solid showing from Kodak.
We've had a lot of perfect scores recently on Gadgetron. There are some good gadgets coming out lately.